Easter of 1956 turned into a nightmare for the Spanish royal family, who were in exile in Portugal at the time. The family attended a morning mass on Holy Thursday, receiving communion in the Church of San Antonio in Estoril, Portugal. After a light lunch, the Count of Barcelona and the 18-year-old Juan Carlos accompanied Infante Alfonso to a golf competition. Despite some bad weather, the 14-year-old Alfonso, his father's favorite son, won the semi-final. They then returned to the Villa Giralda. At 6 p.m. they attended another mass and came home. At 8:30 that night, Dr. Joachim Abreu Loureiro was rushed to the villa. He tried, but there was little he could do. He declared that Alfonso had died from a gunshot wound to the head. Different versions of the same story was told. One is that Juan Carlos was cleaning his gun, one which he was gifted by Franco. It is said that he was cleaning his gun when an accidental shot went off. Another story was that Juan Carlos and Alfonso were practicing their marksmanship, and Juan Carlos's mother, the Countess of Barcelona, told her dressmaker that Juan Carlos jokingly aimed the revolver at his brother, not realizing that the gun was indeed loaded. And yet another is a story a relative told, when the relative said that a shot went off accidentally, but that Juan Carlos shot Alfonso through a cupboard, not knowing that Alfonso was there. Juan Carlos himself told a similar story, except that he said the bullet bounced off a wall and hit his little brother in the face. However, Infanta Pilar, Juan Carlos' sister, told a completely different story. According to her, Alfonso left the room to go find Juan Carlos something to eat. Coming back, his hands were full and he pushed the door open with his shoulder. The door hit Juan Carlos's arm and he involuntarily pulled the trigger. Their father, the Count of Barcelona, tried to revive his son, but his son died in his arms. He turned to his older son and said, "Swear to me it wasn't on purpose." No autopsy was ever performed, nor did the police clarify the circumstances surrounding Alfonso's death. Alfonso's father threw the gun he was shot with in the ocean. Less than 48 hours after the incident, the king ordered his son Juan Carlos to return to Spain, and Juan Carlos became a solitary, reclusive figure. The Countess of Barcelona fell into a deep depression following the death of her son. The shooting received very little publicity under Franco's regime. Even after Franco's death and the resurgence of the monarchy, the shooting was played down and called a chance accident. Strangely, very few people have ever questioned the shooting or the intentions behind the shooting. It is said that Juan Carlos was very close to his younger brother, and his death changed him as a human being forever. The monarchy in Spain was abolished in 1931, but in 1947 Spain's status as a monarchy was reaffirmed. Juan Carlos's father assumed his claim to the throne, but Franco was of the opinion that he was way too liberal, and in 1969 declared Juan Carlos his successor and head of state. In 1974, after the death of Franco, Juan Carlos became king. He made big changes and led Spain in a transition to a democracy. In 1978, there was a referendum and a constitutional monarchy was established. In 2008, Juan Carlos was considered the most popular leader, and he was revered for establishing a true democracy in Spain. However, his reputation took a severe knock when he went on an elephant hunting trip during a period of severe financial crisis in Spain. In June 2014, Juan Carlos abdicated in favor of his son Felipe, and since August 2020, Juan Carlos lived in self-imposed exile over alleged improper ties to business deals in Saudi Arabia. Now, okay, guys, that was our royal story for the day. Yet another tragic story of life, death, accidents, etc. Like I said, some will be scandalous, others sad, and others just silly. So until the next one, please take good care of yourselves. Bye.